Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Just Stone back here again with another video. Something I'm more familiar with. We're going to review another Arsenal football shirt. So as you can see here, I've got the current 2025-2026 Arsenal home shirt in red and white. And once again, I've gone for the authentic version of the shirt, so this is the player version rather than the fan replica version. So although on the surface this might look quite simple with a red body and the white sleeves, there's actually quite a lot going on with the shirt, as I found when I was looking into each part in more detail. So I'll get the boring part out of the way first. So to make sure this is a real shirt, the product code for this is JI9516, and this can be found as usual on the tag on the inside of the collar and on the tag that comes attached to the shirt when you first buy it. And then quite similarly for the replica shirt, that product code is JI5917. So reading the description that's on the Arsenal website and the Adidas site, this shirt has a heat applied club crest at chest, slim fit, crew neck, air cooling heat ready technology, and the drop tail hem. So with all that being said, I'll go into further detail and look at each part more closely now. So to start with, they actually have gone with the Arsenal club crest this time rather than the cannon that they had last year. And as usual with the authentic shirts, this is heat pressed on. So you've actually got the white 3D printing around here, and then inside is actually hollow and you can see the actual printing of the shirt rather than a red sort of printing on there. It's just the white printing, the outline of the badge, so to speak. On the other side, we have got the Adidas logo, which they've just gone for the 3 stripes again. As usual, this is heat pressed on, but it does get that sort of stitched in look or 3D finish, but these are actually heat pressed on, they're not stitched in, overall to make the shirt lighter for the players to run around in. And then in the middle, they've gone for the sponsor that says Emirates Fly Better once again. This is always heat pressed on and there's no change here. So this is just white heat pressed writing. And that's not 3D, that's just flat, but it's got a nice shiny glossy finish. Within the body of the shirt, this runs all the way around the front and the back. You have got the Gothic A of Arsenal printed all the way through in a slightly darker red stitching. I think this is a really nice touch. It adds a bit of interest to the shirt, it's not so bland. And as I say, this runs all the way around the shirt, front and back. For the collar, you've got a solid white crew neck collar. Now this goes around 3/4 of the shirt or so, let's say. So you got it right around the front here. It does go up on the shoulders, but then at the back, it does go mix in red with the body. So the collar does cut off there. In the bottom right of the shirt, you've got the white and gold authentic licensed product badge that Adidas have put on. And this will only be on the authentic version of the shirt. The replica shirt, I don't think has anything like this. On the sides, around the main body of the shirt, you have got this raised sort of stitching or frame or trim, however you want to call it, that goes down the sides. That's on either side of the front of the shirt, and I think that also adds a bit more to it. As I said, on the surface, it does look a bit standard, but there is quite a lot going on with this shirt, and that one surprised me a little bit. On the left sleeve, you've got the Visit Rwanda shirt sponsor in red. This is just heat pressed on as well as usual. And with the white sleeves on the right side, you've got nothing there, so you can get your Premier League or Champions League badge, whatever you want to put on there. Down the shoulders, you have got red Adidas stripes this time. As with the authentic one, these are just heat pressed on as well. They are quite glossy. I quite like this. Normally, maybe they might just be a bit bland or matte finish, but the gloss on them makes them stand out. Flipping the shirt around on the sleeves, you can see there is a little red trim that runs all the way around the sleeves. And on the inside as well, there is a bit of a different white stitching and a bit of red stitching there. So the back is a little plain. It does have that Gothic A stitching all the way through, as I mentioned. But what I really like on the back, you have got in the Gothic writing right at the top there, Arsenal in red print heat press writing. So this is 3D as well. It stands out from the shirt. It feels nice. And I think it adds a touch of class to the shirt. So that's what this shirt has to offer. When I first saw it, I did think, as I said, it was a bit plain. But the thing is, to be honest, thinking about it, I do like shirts more plain and simple. I think I prefer this shirt more than last season's one. I do have that as well with all the blue and everything, but I do like the red and white, basic, simple Arsenal colours. And like I said, although it does seem a bit simple, there's actually quite a lot of detail in this shirt, and I think the authentic one stands out more than the replica one. Right, so as usual, I'll just pop on the shirt, give you my final thoughts and opinion, and see how this thing fits. And here we are with the shirt on. Let me point out that this is a large version of the authentic shirt and it fits nice and snug. So as I pointed out earlier, this is classed as a slim fit version of the shirt and it fits nice and snug on my body. There's not too much bagginess, let's say, but it's nice and snug. It's not tight, and with it being an authentic player version of the shirt, it's quite flexible as well. So that's it from the front. Give the side view so you can see, and then also the back with the nice touch Arsenal Gothic font on the back. So the shirt itself, the only thing I have found, which isn't really a problem, but it's just a bit of an annoyance. I don't know why. I wear this shirt to the gym most often, and I find that sometimes the shirt tends to roll up at the bottom like that. So it's not really an issue with the shirt itself. It's just a finicky thing. Just keep that in mind. I don't really seem to have that with other shirts. I've just seemed to notice it with this one. So I do have to find I'm readjusting it like that, but it's not really a bad selling point, to be honest. Overall, I really like this shirt. As I said, it's quite simplistic with a lot of detail going on, but you know, from afar, it's just a standard Arsenal shirt with the red body, the white collar and the white sleeves. And I really like it. I think, yeah, I definitely tend to like simplicity more on Arsenal shirts, and this fits the bill nicely. And with any luck, we can hopefully win something wearing this shirt, whether it be one trophy or maybe more. But yeah, this is about the shirt itself, so I won't go into detail on how Arsenal are performing at the moment. But I really hope this is going to become an iconic shirt. But even if it doesn't, I really like the shirt, and I do like the fact that they've gone with the Arsenal crest rather than the cannon. Last season's shirt I did like because obviously I purchased it. They went for the cannon and everything, but I think I definitely prefer this one more than that one. So would I recommend it? I think yes. The replica version does look quite similar. Overall, I think I prefer authentic versions because, you know, they fit better. And if you want to sell them in the future, I think the authentic ones will have more resale value. You can probably get more out of it because it's more of a player version. It's a bit more special, let's say. But then with that comes the price tag. They do cost an arm and a leg these days. So if you do want to pick up a shirt, I think the replica one is a good way to go. But if you have the resources and you really want it and you have the funding, let's say, I would definitely recommend the authentic one over the replica one any day of the week. So that's going to do it for this video. If you were considering buying the shirt, I hope this video has helped you, and if it has, please give it a like, a thumbs up, and consider subscribing to the channel. I do enjoy making these videos, and the purpose of them is to help people if they want to consider buying them. So anyway guys, thanks very much for watching. Take care, don't be a plonker, and I'll see you in the next video.